Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, just me and the critters. Mr. Heidi is at work. And I just thought I would come on here and talk to you guys for a few minutes while I get to making another hat. Big surprise there, right? What is she going to do today? Oh, probably make another hat. Yeah, probably make another hat. Yep. Goodness, look at this mess. My yarn is all mating. Why are you guys mating? This is a family show. We don't need to be mating. Anyway. Hang on just a second. I can find the end of the yarn. Sometimes that can be a challenge. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We did. It is November 23rd, 2018, Friday, Black Friday. I don't do the whole Black Friday thing. I don't like crowds on a good day. And definitely I'm not gonna go fight the crowds for anything. If that's your deal, more power to you. It's just not my deal. You know. I did partake, I guess you would say, because I ordered some more ink cartridges for my printer. I mean, I didn't leave the house. But, yeah, that's what I did. We had, like I said, we had a nice Thanksgiving. Brad worked, and when he got home, I knew he was going to be really tired, and he was. So we kind of rearranged. You can look at it. You can look at Thanksgiving if it's just the two of you, in a couple of different ways. And I've looked at it in the past being very sad, and then, or you can look at, you know, the beauty of what is now. You can't go back, and my thing is you can't go back in the past. You can't live in the past, and you can't really live in the future. I mean, you can have hopes and dreams for the future, but you have to live in the present. And the beauty of it being just the two of us, having a very simple, small dinner, is that we could rearrange it. I could rearrange it and say to my husband, well, if you want to eat a little bit later, then you can lay down and take a nap when you get home. He was so tired. And so I had done the housework and stuff before he got off, and had the ham in. And we both laid down then, and that was nice. And then when we got up, we decided that we really didn't want to mess with the scallop potatoes after all. So we just did baked potatoes in the microwave. And then he did do the grand biscuits, that's what we wanted to have for the rolls. Well, it's the great value. And then I made salads for us to have for the vegetable. And it was a very nice, easy dinner. Not a huge cleanup either. And that was nice. And that's what the present is. And I'm gonna finish talking about that in a few minutes. I did do a couple of hats yesterday. Like I said, I cleaned house. I didn't get the birdhouses listed, and I will probably do that. I don't know if I'll get it done today or not. If not, I'll get it done tomorrow. I don't figure, let me mute this, sorry about that. I don't figure it really matters right today because so many people are maybe Black Friday shopping. But I will get them listed sometime this weekend. I have 4 of them done. But I'm gonna look at them a little bit more. I want to add a little bit more to a few of them. They'll be listed when I'm completely happy with what my part of them is. So I'll make another hat here. And that was about it. Brad had another really restless night, a lot of pain and stuff. He's going to be looking for a different type of job, a job where he could do more sitting and not on his feet as much. Not as much of a laborious job, and I'm fully behind him on that. Yeah, we would like it if we could do just the crafts, but Brad is kind of like, honey, realistically, I don't know. I mean, it's always nice if we sell some, but dependent on that as an income, you know, you don't even know we have the pension coming in. I mean, I kind of feel like living here now is kind of a glimpse into what the world is really like, because Wyoming is kind of a very different state as far as, and I think a lot of the really rich in oil, um, uh, and that whole industry is kind of a false. Hear me out before you guys get upset. Don't get upset by this, and it's just my viewpoint. It's kind of a false viewpoint of what the rest of America is really like. Because if you don't have a lot of income and a market flush with a lot of the mineral and oil and stuff, then it's just, because that brings in a lot of money, a lot of sudden cash and stuff. So you'll see the big boom cycles. Boom, and then the big recession and stuff. And anyway, in Wyoming, and since it's the least populated state, I think you get a false sense of what the rest of the country is like. And now that we've moved and stuff, now you're really seeing what the really long-term struggles are, day-to-day life of everybody else. And you find that you aren't that set, you aren't that different than everybody else. That what you are going through is what a lot of people are going through. It may be your story, but there's a lot of people that stories closely mirror yours. And, I mean, I really feel for the people that don't have the pension and stuff coming in, because trying to make it, I mean, and I may complain to you guys, and I know I do, about not having a vehicle. It's just a wish, a wish that it'd be nice to be able to, go do a few things. But there's a lot of people that are trying to work that don't have vehicles and stuff around these parts. And the reason they don't have vehicles, a lot of them is they just can't afford the vehicle they had. They couldn't afford the repairs on stuff. And it does make you worry about, about the future and about if you needed money. And, I mean, everybody needs money. But, I worry like if Nixie were to get sick again, how would we be able to afford, such a surgery again and stuff. But, God always does provide. So, but, yeah, so he's going to be looking for a different job, one that had some benefits. Like, he had no sick pay, he had no vacation pay at all. And, yeah, he knew this going into it, but there were a lot of false promises made by his boss, that his boss had held true to any of them. But, he would have never known if he wouldn't have tried. So, And it's just a stepping stone. I told him that, I mean, it's like the previous job, working at Dollar General, was a stepping stone. And this is a stepping stone. And he'll probably have a few more before he gets to retirement age. So, but it would be nice to have benefits again. And, yeah, we have to carry our own health insurance. But it'd be nice to have vacation pay, sick pay, life insurance, all of that would be nice. If he needs to have something done with his back, they'd actually, be covered and stuff. So that's what we're looking at. And so everybody just say a prayer on that. I told him, I said, there's one gift I could give you for Christmas I really would love to give him, would be some pain relief. so, not tired, but sad to see him up 3 or 4 times every night because he can't sleep because of the pain. You know. And I mean, sometimes he even takes Midol. And I know that sounds funny, but a lot of people with back problems do take Midol because it does offer some pain relief. And, you know, so, yeah. We just, you know, and did we use the TENS unit? We did use the TENS unit last night, too. And normally that does the trick, but it just was bad enough and stuff. But, you know, we'll get it sorted out. The thing I wanted to kind of talk about today is, I know a lot of people are in the same boat we are. Not everybody, but some, where, you know, the family is fragmented. And, you know, it's never going to be like it used to be. It's just impossible. You know, and that's just called, a lot of times, progression of life even. You know, people pass away, people move away, etc., etc. And you guys all know that, you know, we don't really have a relationship with our daughters, and I don't know why. They haven't given us, we haven't been privileged to know why, you know. And we, you know, we've reached out in the past and haven't gotten anywhere, and we keep that door open. What I wanted to say with that was that we do love our daughters dearly, and we think about them often, and the grandchildren, but we just kind of let that be because I figure if they want to have a relationship, they'll reach out to us. They'll you know, communicate, and then we'll work on it. You know, but in my heart, I will always love them dearly, and the grandchildren. I'm not gonna cry, but you can't stay in the past, and so you have to. And I know I see a lot of my friends go through this too. We just have to make this is our new normal. You know, I know people that have lost their spouse, or their, you know, their significant other, or I know of a family that just recently lost their 22-year-old son and stuff, and they're just making the best of it, you know, and that's all you can do. I mean, I think there's a certain amount of healing when you kind of move past that and say, well, you know, I love them, you know, like with our daughters, I love them with all of my heart, but I can't live for them, and I don't expect them to live for us. And, you know, if someday they want to have a relationship, great, we'll work on it, you know, and, you know, I hope that happens, but I can't make it happen. And all I can do is keep going on. I can't just, I sat and cried literally for years, y'all. Just heartbroken, right? And I see my other friends, some of my other friends go through that. And we have to move on because we only get this one life. I mean, think of it this way. What if you knew this was going to be your last, what if this was your last Thanksgiving? I'm not saying it is, but what if it was? Would you want to have wasted it? Have wasted on being unhappy and sad? Or would you just want to make it the best for what it is right now? I mean, we have to live in the here and now. We can't live in the past. We can't live in the future. We can plan for the future and hope for the best, but, you know, it's kind of like somebody living in their glory days of high school. We just can't, you know, you got to go on. And, you know, that's what we've done. You know, it's getting easier and easier. And, because, you know, you can't keep putting an effort into a relationship and get no response. I mean, any kind of relationship. I mean, think if you were boyfriend, girlfriend, and the other girlfriend, and you keep reaching out and you don't get anything back from the boyfriend. Well, you would separate then and go on, you know. I mean, no, I'm not going to go get new daughters, but, you know, we do develop new family-like relationships, of course. I mean, you guys all know that Linda's my best friend, and I call her my sister, and, you know, and I have other friends that I love dearly, like Marnie and Marcy and Michelle and uh, um, Lynn, and I don't want to forget anybody, Rebecca, and, you know, Rebecca is, I feel like she's, you know, kind of like my, well, she's not, I don't feel like she's my daughter, but I kind of feel like her kids are like my little grandkids or something. I mean, they're just family, you know, and I guess I kind of look at her more like she'd be like a niece, you know, and then I have my own family, you know, my sister-in-law, Susan, and there's been a lot of healing with that relationship, and it's really good now, and my niece Brittany, and Brian, and little Liam, and, you know, it's all good. I mean, you never can tell from year to year or either month to month or day to day. You know, there's been friendships that have been mended and healed in the past year, and there's been friendships that just never really should have been, that have broken apart, where, you know, you kind of kick yourself in the butt again because you're like, I should have listened to my gut instinct on that person, but, you know, you never know. You know, you want to give people a chance, and, you know, that's what you do. You live and you learn, you know, and try not to have a hateful heart. And I'm just mainly seeing this, running off at the mouth, saying this because I'm kind of talking to myself, not really telling you guys how to be. And a lot of times I do that. I kind of sort out stuff on here with you guys. Excuse me, I gotta go. Oh, goodness. So anyway, I am just doing laundry today, and I think I'm making egg rolls tonight. I'm pretty sure I am. And I think Mr. Heidi might want to take a nap when he gets home, which would be fine with me. And then we'll have a little bit later dinner. The dog kind of threw a little bit of a fit. They didn't like their breakfast, I guess, because they didn't have any chicken thawed out. So I still put a little bit of chicken in with their dry food. No fat, no salt. And I didn't do that. And Charlie refused to eat it at all. He's become quite a little snob about this. And then Nixie ate about half of it. So, but they're kind of pouting. I need to get them outside here anyway. So, that's all I really have for today. Like I said, making another hat. And, that's, yeah, about it. I hope nobody's going real crazy with the Black Friday. Oh, Lord. I told you guys before I worked one Black Friday when I was working for Joann's, and our Joann's store was up in a mall. And I've never seen people be so nasty to each other, and holy moly. And on that time, I was on the cutting table, cutting fabric. Holy moliness. Wow. It was crazy. So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember that I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome, and just remember, never give up and never think that you're forgotten or anything, because if you got one single solitary family, or not family, family or friend, you know, and remember that, you know, we all have a purpose here, whether or not we even know what it is at the moment. So, talk to you guys later. And remember, I think you're awesome. Bye.